Hey everyone, D3 here from BrightIdeaScouting.com. This is another Scouting in the Park. Today is the halfway point, day 15 of our 30-day countdown to the new program update coming June 1st. I hope you've been enjoying these videos, hoping to give you a little bit of insight to the handbooks, to the den leader guides, so that you feel empowered, that you feel confident, that you can go about and do this. And so today we want to focus on the Arrow of Light Den Leader Guide. So as before, these have been completely redesigned. These are beautifully designed there. This is the same Den Leader Guide as you would have for the Webelos. So you buy it once and you can use it for Webelos and for the Arrow of Light. Now some of you have called the Arrow of Light Webelos 2. In the past that's been what it is. But if you think about it, that's not what they earned. Every other rank is denoted by what they earn. There is no such thing as a Webelos 2 rank. Right? So now officially it's being called the Arrow of Light Den and stuff. Because why? Because you earn the Arrow of Light. So if you are new to this position, I'd recommend in this book reading the first 20 pages, which will give you a great overview of the Scout Oath, the Scout Law, the goals and aims of scouting, how they get their ranks, and what is all involved in everything. This is a great introduction. For those of you that have been around Scouts for a while, you know that there's been some changes to the system, especially in dealing with the Arrow of Light. Now this video is not going to talk about all those changes. That'll be another video. Today we just want to show you about the resources that you have. So when you get to the advancement section, you're going to notice that there is a section for all of the belt loops. But these aren't belt loops. These are pins. If you've been going through our Tiger, Wolf, and Bear, at the end of an adventure, you earn a belt loop. For the Webelos and Arrow of Light, you earn a pin. Now, as always, 7 adventures denotes a rank. And in here, there is 4 that are required for the Arrow of Light and 3 from the pool of 18. This is the same pool that you used in the Webelos. So if you did more than the 2 electives in there, you've already started work on your Arrow of Light. And so these two really work in coordination together, which leads us to the next point, which in here there is a Den annual adventure plan where you map everything out. You're going to need this, to be completely honest. In the Tiger, Wolf, and Bear, they could probably get without doing this. For an Arrow of Light, you really need to use this page. It's on page 21 currently as of this writing. And so because a lot of the boys that are coming in may have overachieved there, you want to kind of do an inventory as to what was earned. And so from there, you can then pick out what you're going to do and when. Also, in many councils out there, there are events for Webelos to help transition them into Boy Scouts. And so whether they're called Webelos Woods or Webelos Outings or whatever, those adventures that people learn. I know in our council, we have a Webelos event hosted by the Boy Scouts up at our camp first weekend in November, where they go around to a bunch of stations and they will earn 2 adventures. Okay, and it rotates what year, what they're doing and stuff. So write those down as to what adventures they're going to be earning. Write those down on this plan so you know what you don't have to do. Also, I know in our council, in the time between Christmas and New Year's, we do another winter adventure. We're up here in Wisconsin, and so a lot of snow, so we do stuff around that theme. And at the end of the day, and it's just a single day, they'll come away with an adventure. So there's 3 of the 7 that you need. And so that's a great way to incorporate that into your training, so it's less things that you have to teach if the boys go to those 2 events. And maybe your council has more or your district has more. Check with your district executive, check with your district team and see what's going on. But now this is very important because now you're going to be going from September to generally February when you're doing your blue and gold and they're crossing over into Boy Scouts, that you're going to need this. And this plan is going to become very invaluable to that. So, Den Leader Guide. let's deconstruct one of these four. Remember, 7 adventures is a rank, 4 are required, 3 are optional from the pool of 18, the same pool that we used in Weeblos. I went to the second one. I know in a lot of these videos I've been telling you to go to the first one, but I absolutely love the second one for this, so I thought I'd bring it up. This is the camper arrow required, and the first thing we talk about is the rationale for this adventure. It says, in the Arrow of Light adventure, scouts go on campouts where they can gain and develop new outdoor skills. What are some of the takeaways that the boys are going to get? Building on and improving outdoor skills, preparing for weather emergencies, planning campfire programs, tying bowline knots, using GPS units while geocaching. Isn't that fun? I didn't have that back in my day. Outdoor code and leave no trace principles. A scout is helpful, trustworthy, and thrifty. In this, there are 7 requirements, and there was, as always, they tell you these are the requirements are on page 148 of the Webelos handbook. Remember, use the same book for Webelos and Arrow of Light. And then they go through the 4 meeting plans that you need in there, considering 3 for the rank and then 1 being an outdoor activity, which is, in this case, a geocaching activity. Everything you need to know when you first go to this, when you go to the meeting plan, the first thing is preparation and materials needed. Very first thing, what is everything you're going to need for this meeting plan? Also, maybe you have someone who's a GPS expert for this. You can say, okay, here's meeting plan 4. It's 1 page. We're going to go do it. Here's what I need you to do. You hand them the 1 page, everything they need to know about the preparation materials, the gathering, and what we're going to actually do when we geocache. 1 page. So you can give that mom or dad in your pack that's an expert at geocaching, give them this 1 page and say, thank you for volunteering. Kind of teach our kids about geocaching. Here's what we need to accomplish. And here's everything that you need. Just so they feel confident. Even though they might be a geocache expert, they might be a little shy about presenting in front of boys. Maybe they're not one of the leaders or something, just a mom or dad that's passionate about it. So what's great about this, you can give them 1 page. They can look it over, say, yep, know what we're going to do. Go off and feel confident about doing it. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about some of the extra materials that we have to help empower you even more. But until then, learn everything you can, share everything you know, live the Scout Law, and I'll see you tomorrow.